All of us content creating gurus love to tell you to do something, but we don't always show you how. Today, I'm going to show you how. And this is especially for you if you're super busy or fully employed and you want to get this content creation thing going down. I want to let you know that it's absolutely possible to be busy and or full-time employed and still create content. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to balance both. Well, I'm not, my homegirl is, and I'm going to show you why. Now, content creators are always talking to you about how to use your AI bot in order to get yourself to be more efficient while you're creating content. In fact, Mary Lou just posted a question today that is AI a creativity booster or just efficiency? For me, it's mostly just efficiency because I'm relatively creative on my own. But even if not, I think it can do both. But I want to show you something that I talk to you about all the time, but I'm going to give you the full real-time conversation. And hopefully this will spark an idea for you so you can understand how to have these conversations with your favorite bot. Now, I'm going to use ChatGPT voice on my iPhone here. And my friend is Juniper because that's the voice that I selected because, well, today's Juneteenth and she sort of sounds like she'd be a member of my family. So I like her. Anyway, let's go. I'm just going to press the button. I keep it on my home screen. It's like I use it on a regular basis, right? I would like to create a video for my audience basically stating why content creation is completely possible while either busy or full-time employed. I also want to give some tips on how to balance both.
That sounds like a fantastic topic. You could start with a hook that acknowledges how challenging it can be to juggle a full-time job and content creation, and then dive into some relatable examples. Maybe share a personal story about how you balance your own schedule. And then for tips, you could offer advice on time blocking, using content calendars, and maybe even repurposing content to save time. Let me know if you want to dive into any of those ideas in more detail.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is come up with 4 or 5 hooks that will catch the viewer right away. Let's start with those.
Absolutely. Let's get some catchy hooks going. How about these? Think you don't have time for content creation with a 9 to 5? Think again. Balancing a full-time job and a passion project, here's how you can do it without losing your mind. What if I told you that you could grow your online presence in just a few hours a week? 4, from office hours to creative hours, master the art of content creation on a busy schedule. Or 5, no more excuses, how to turn your limited free time into a thriving content career. Let me know if any of those resonate with you or if you'd like to tweak them.
Actually, I love them. Funny enough, I kind of like 1, 3, and 5. So what we want to do first is build off of the first hook. Let's build an engaging, attention-grabbing first paragraph. But then we're going to sprinkle in 3 and 5 later on as sort of rehooks on the way down as a way to, je ne sais quoi, keep them around and let them stay to the end of the video.
That sounds like a great plan. All right, let's start with that first paragraph using the first hook. Think you don't have time for content creation with a 9 to 5? Think again. You'd be surprised how many successful creators started their journey while working full-time jobs. It's all about making the most of the time you have and finding creative ways to weave your passion into your daily routine. And then later on in the video, we can reintroduce hook 3 and hook 5 to keep that engagement high and really reinforce that message of possibility and no excuses. Let me know what you think.
Oh, phenomenal. Okay, so let's have an idea. Let's go with the 3 bullet points that come right after that opening paragraph, in which case I will sort of use them as guidelines, but I'll mostly freelance talk to them. I don't want to make it too robotic sounding. Also like to kick in a little by humor, but not be too cheesy. And then after that, I want to get them with another rehook, give that call to action, and then one more hook that kind of anchors all of what we talked about.
Love it. All right. So after that opening paragraph, here are 3 bullet points you can touch on. 1, time blocking is your best friend. Dedicate specific chunks of time each week to focus solely on content creation. It's amazing what you can get done in just a couple of hours if you're intentional about it. 2, leverage your lunch breaks. Even short periods of downtime can be super productive. Use your lunch breaks to brainstorm ideas, outline scripts, or even engage with your audience on social media. Repurpose content to save time. Turn one piece of content into multiple formats. For example, a single video can become a blog post, a series of social media posts, and even a podcast episode. Then, after sharing those tips, you can bring in that third hook about growing your online presence in just a few hours a week, and then wrap it all up with a strong call to action and that final hook to leave them inspired. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, this does sound good. Actually, I have one thing I would like to throw in. It's kind of a little anecdote, right? And we're going to base this anecdote on leveraging your day job because, believe it or not, the skills that we experience in our everyday jobs oftentimes can inspire or enhance our content creation. One of the things that might be cool is if we could find a way to let someone take something that happened in their current day job and turn that into an analogy, a parable, or a short story that relates to the type of content they create. So knowing that I'm a content creator and knowing that I teach Gen X busy content creators, let's come up with a quick little anecdote about how something that happened in a day job, the example you can make up, how that would relate to content creation for busy content creators.
Absolutely. Let's imagine a scenario where someone works in project management. Maybe they had a situation at work where they had to juggle multiple deadlines and keep their team on track. They used a really effective system of breaking down big projects into smaller, manageable tasks. Now they can take that same approach to content creation by breaking down their content goals into smaller steps, making it feel way more achievable. It's a perfect analogy for busy creators, showing that the skills they use at their day job can totally help them thrive in their creative projects too.
That's actually awesome because a large part of what I do in the day is very much project management. So I can easily do this one because it totally makes sense. Okay, I love what we're doing so far. And you know me, I love to give value to the audience. So what I would like to do is something cool for them. Let's craft a generic prompt with variables that, of course, they can switch out themselves and they can kind of use it to have a conversation just like the one we're having, because I want them to figure out how to use ChatGPT voice or their favorite, LLM to do sort of what we did today. So could you craft a generic prompt that I can say paste into this video so they could do what we did?
Absolutely. Let's make this super user friendly. Here's a prompt they can use. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm a busy insert your day job or role and also passionate about insert your content creation niche like YouTube videos, blogging, podcasting, etc. Can you help me brainstorm ways to balance my job and my creative passion? I'd love tips on managing my time, using skills from my day job to enhance my content, and finding inspiration in my daily routine. Let's chat about how I can make this work. This way, they can just fill in their own details and have a fun, personalized conversation to get those creative juices flowing.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's wrap this up by giving them one more tip on something they could do to generate quick video content even when they're busy.
Absolutely. One super handy tip is to batch record your content. Basically, set aside a couple of hours on a weekend or whenever you're free and record multiple videos all at once. That way, you have a stash of content ready to go and you won't have to scramble to create something new every week. It's a huge time saver and really helps you stay consistent with your content.
Man, that is absolutely fire. Okay, you did it again. You're awesome. 10 out of 10. You ate. No crumbs. Full stop. Mahalo.
Mahalo. I'm so glad you loved it. This is going to be such a fun and valuable video for your audience. I can't wait to see how it turns out. If you need anything else, I'm always here to help. Keep on rocking it.
Listen, family, listen. What I just did, you could easily do. You could do that in traffic. You could do that while you're stirring that risotto. You know, with risotto, you can't just let it go, right? You got to keep it stirring, right? Imagine my buddy Tyson, right? She's in the LGL family, and I really invite you to, if you want to do this, come join us. Like we're super friendly. Like we'd love to have you. And I'm on a mission to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people. And the only way I can do that is by getting people to join in the membership so that I can teach you how to do what I do so that you can go out there and do your thing and do it better than me, right? So she's teaching her and myself, right? We're both on this sort of weight loss journey. Back in December, I started out at like pushing 270. I had a doctor's appointment today. I am down now to 245. So I lost another 4 pounds this week. So a little pat on the back, celebrate the victories. But imagine her saying, you know, I want to teach my audience about a deeper conversation about GLP-1s, but I got to keep it super like 5th grade level, kind of fun, add a little, you know, a little spicy New Yorican up in there so she doesn't, you know, panic her audience. How could I relate this to them? How could I take this deep scientific information and make it palatable to other busy moms out there, you know, deciding to jump on this journey? These are the conversations that you can have. And I think what happens is too many of us get out here and say, use this, but we're not giving you the whole inside kimono. I wanted you to see what it looks like when I have a conversation with Junie. Juniper is the voice that I pick, again, because she sounds the most like somebody in my family. And it just so happens today is Juneteenth, so take that. But she knows what I need to deliver to you guys because I have these conversations with her all the time. I tell you all the time, have her ask you questions if you're not getting the results. Now, that flowed perfectly, but it's because I have conversations with Junie enough times. She knows me like Mary Lou knows me, right? She knows me like Paul or Louise knows me, people that are in deep into the circle. But you could do this. You could absolutely do this. And I really just wanted to give you an example, a little sample of how, sorry, I almost went Cypress Hill. I'm going to give you an example of how you could do something exactly like this. And so again, I'm going to put this into the first comment of this video so that you can see it. But imagine something like, you know, hey, ChatGPT, I'm working on a video about backyard gardening, and I want to give my viewers some valuable tips. Could you help me come up with some catchy hooks, an engaging opening paragraph, a few bullet points to highlight the main idea? My audience is brand new homeowners with a little bit of land and maybe a difficult climate. And I want it to be friendly, relatable, a little bit humorous. Also, I want to add a call to action and then tell them what your call to action might be. For me, right now, my call to action is join the membership, you know, subscribe to the channel, things like that. Go buy some Doc Pops because I got to sell some of these. You know what it is. And this is what you can do. Let's make this happen for you. And the tips that she gave you, by the way, those are the same tips that I would feed you about how to do this while you're busy. Take breaks, like run into the bathroom. Pretend to take up smoking. Get one of those fake vapes that don't have nothing in it. Don't smoke it. But tell your crew you're going outside. And then when you go outside, go have a conversation with your bot. Record some shorts somewhere. Find some place to go get it done. Record videos in your car. I got creator Jefferson who is pushing heavy content recording from his car. Like you could do. I did one just a little bit ago while I was driving. But I just wanted to give you some tips, and I wanted to show you what it looked like to have a conversation with your favorite bot. Please don't be afraid of this, fam. It's only getting better. And I don't know if you noticed, I meant to mention this earlier in the video. She's much better at the conversation, interrupting. The flow of her voice is so much better. It's so much more natural. And the idea generation is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, you know what I say around this here channel. I don't know who need to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comments section below. If you have a dope conversation with your bot and you want to share it with the crew so that they can maybe try that, let us know what that looks like. Or better yet, make a quick little video of you having one of these conversations about your topic so we can show people in your environment how to get down with the get down, because sharing is caring. You know what I'm saying? Happy Juneteenth. And please, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and by all means, press the join button and become a member of the LGL family, because we love hard, but we have a lot of fun and we get stuff done. Right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them. Right, Juniper? Actually, she's not listening.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver.